More.
Bergman here. Am I interrupting something private? Shall I call Leah?
A woman can do two things at the same time. What's up?
We have a dead woman in the car. The car is in the ditch. It's not clear whether it was an accident or whether someone helped it along.
Why me? I have the day off.
Not anymore. It's in St. Anna.
Shit.
You are from there, aren't you?
Yeah. I'll be right there.
I'll pick you up.
Good morning. Can any of your men notify the public prosecutor and the state CID if he suspects anything? Jerk. Max, now is the time to do something for your uncle. Before the know-it-alls from Graz come. She had a laptop. It's not in the car. I understand.
No dirndl for the trip to the countryside?
I'm afraid it's at the cleaners. Hello.
Hello. You drive.
Okay.
Are you looking forward to going home?
I can't wait.
It's nice to go back to your home.
My home is the police. Don't you know?
Yes, I did. That's exactly how I assessed you. That's why it would be criminologically negligent if we don't use the home advantage.
She dutifully filled out the registration form. She was in room 7. Let's go.
Mitzi, will you make me a meatloaf in the meantime? I don't want my guys to starve in the forest.
How many?
For 4 people.
Okay.
Seriously?
Does it bother you?
Yes, it does. Do you already know the name of the dead?
Eva Kovac.
That doesn't really help. Kovac. That's not a local name.
She's from Leoben and spent the night at the Oak Inn.
She can't have been on holiday in that dump.
No, she was a reporter.
There's a rest stop up ahead. You can smoke there.
No, keep going.
I'm sorry.
Me too. I hope you at least have a guilty conscience.
No, it's not healthy anyway.
I never smoked for health reasons.
Good. Yes, not bad. Mitzi gets it from Moser.
Oh, really?
Yes. Here they come.
Put the Laburcus away.
Hello, Sandra.
Hello, Max.
What a surprise.
May I introduce Inspector Letgeb?
Control Inspector.
That happened fast. Sorry, Control Inspector Letgeb.
And Post Commander. This is Inspector Lindsay.
Yes, this is Chief Inspector Bergman from the State Criminal Police Office.
Good day.
Hello.
Hello.
Good day. We know each other from before.
How long have you been in the criminal division?
Not long yet.
Please tell each other after hours. Have you notified the Criminal Investigation Department?
No, that was Inspector Linzer. The accident seemed strange to him.
Strange.
Yes.
And to you?
It could have been an accident, but there are a few inconsistencies. Come along, I'll show you. Come along, Bertle.
Yeah.
You wait here, okay? The dead woman has a severe injury on the side of her head, but she was not wearing a seatbelt. That's where she might have hit her head.
Very unlikely if the injury's on this side. First dead body?
Yeah.
If I may say something, the gear lever was in neutral.
Yes, and up there on the path, there are no skid marks.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I like the smell of Leberkas in the morning.
Sorry.
Now it's fine?
Absolutely.
We need forensics. They need to take a closer look. Have you found any personal belongings?
Yes, in her handbag. This is her purse.
Hello, District Inspector Moore speaking. We need the colleagues from forensics.
When the colleagues come, they should also take your fingerprints.
But why mine?
Surely you not only touched the dead woman's purse, but also the car. Your colleague, too. So we have to exclude your fingerprints.
I understand. Makes sense to me.
Great.
She stayed at the Oak Inn. The Hunters found her at 6:30 a.m. If you want to question the Hunters, I told them to wait at the inn.
Did you know her?
No. I only saw her once when she came to the police station.
What did she want?
Nothing. She asked for an address.
Whose address?
I don't know anymore.
Max, that might be important. You don't forget that so quickly.
Will it be less if I pay now?
Bullocks. She didn't want an address, but to forget about her parking fine.
And?
That's what I did.
What a nice policeman.
I've always been. Engineer, I'm not coming in anymore.
You leaving already?
The innkeeper is not well disposed towards me at the moment.
Hey, I don't like this.
You think I like it? So close to the municipal election? Look at that. I already have enough problems with my nest dwellers. I'll break all his fingers if I catch him.
You're too easy to mess with.
Your father was policeman here?
If it's in my file, it's probably true.
Turn left.
Now you've taken a wrong turn.
No, this way is shorter.
You see? The home advantage is already there.
Good day, everyone.
Hello.
Good day.
Hi, Sandra. How are you?
Hey.
Big mocha, please.
Yes. Anything for you?
No thanks.
Forgive my rude forwardness. My name is Schober, Engineer Schober. I'm a hunting guest of the mayor and have nothing else to do with the matter. I met the lady once on one of my construction sites. She wanted to do an interview with me, but I refused. And that's all I can tell you. I have already had to postpone 2 important appointments today. If you have any questions for me personally, I will be happy to answer them at a later date. But I really have to go now.
Goodbye.
Hi. Good hunting. Thank you.
Goodbye,
Hey,
young
we'll
man.
see you later.
So guys, now tell us, when was the meeting point?
Some were already at the Forester's Lodge at 4 a.m. I was there at 5 a.m.
We left at 5 a.m.
Did anyone notice anything unusual on the way to the Forester's Lodge?
Nope. Nope.
Not that I know of.
And in the forest?
Nothing either.
Who found her?
Willie was the first to see her.
Exactly. I was chasing the injured deer with the dog, and suddenly I see the car. That's when I called everyone. That was all.
I think it was an accident. Yes.
Did someone know her?
She always ate here.
She was here a few days, and we also talked with her.
Sandra. Hello.
Hello.
We didn't know you were a cop.
I'm with the SCID, State Criminal Investigation Department.
That's just what we say here. Didn't you find anything better, girl? It's terrible what you're dealing. And the thing with the reporter.
Tell us about the reporter.
Chief Inspector Bergman.
Good day.
Good day.
Sorry, are you done with the Hunters?
For the time being, take down the personal data.
They're all from the village anyway.
I want lists with names, addresses, telephone numbers, sexual preferences.
What?
That was a joke, but only the last one.
We've already told everything to Max.
But we'd like to hear it too.
She arrived the day before yesterday. She made a reservation by phone.
Yes, and she always ate here. Also yesterday.
Exactly. And she still went out in the evening.
When?
Around 11 p.m.
And when I closed at 11:30, she was not back yet.
She was our only guest.
Is business that bad?
No, it's the off-season.
The inns,
And the summer
inns here are
was-
not doing well at all. No wonder given the location.
What could she have wanted here?
She was a reporter. She was looking for a story.
Do you know what she wanted to write about?
Well, a story.
Does Francie still work for you?
Yes, but she has the day off.
Does anyone else work here?
Branka, Yugoslavian. I didn't want to say it downstairs. It's unpleasant. But there are rumors that the reporter wanted to write about the mayor's deals.
Which deals?
Oh, what politicians do. Nepotism, corruption, lobbying. Do you think things like that only exist in Corinthia? Here you are.
Thank you.
Colleagues should also have a look at the room.
Okay, I'll tell them. Didn't she have a laptop?
She had one.
Ah, yes? And where is it?
Expensive underwear.
And what does that tell us?
She was a woman who also wanted to look half undressed.
That fits her.
How?
She was very sociable, approachable. She had no shame at all.
Mom, Kate!
You know what I mean. I have to go.
What does she mean?
Well, a sociable, approachable woman without shame? That means in the countryside she was man-hungry and horny.
So the opposite of you.
Exactly. More. Yes? We're coming. The colleagues are there already.
Yes, like that.
She took a strong blow. You certainly don't get an injury like that in such a small car accident.
So a fake accident?
Yes, there is much to suggest that.
Time of death?
Sometime between midnight and 3 a.m.
And what murder weapon?
Hard to say.
You will know whether it was a wine bottle or a golf club.
Of course, after the autopsy.
And in half an hour we can go to the mayor.
Good. Is there anyone we need to notify?
She was once briefly married, no kids, so has been single for over 10 years. Actually, she only has a demented father in the old people's home.
Once I'm demented, you won't have to visit me anymore.
Hi, Mom.
Why do I always have to hear from the others that you are here?
I still would have contacted you, but I'm actually here on business.
Hello.
Good day. You're here because of the dead?
Yes.
Was it not an accident after all?
We're working that out now.
In the countryside, word gets around faster than the internet.
When are you coming over?
Does Mike still live with you?
He still doesn't have a job and can't afford anything except Hotel Mum. You don't need to be afraid of him.
I'm not afraid.
Mike has changed. He's much calmer now. You'll see. Tomorrow for lunch?
I can't promise anything. I'm on duty. But if not tomorrow, then the day after tomorrow, okay?
Yes, I already understood. I don't want to keep you from your work. Then, goodbye.
Goodbye.
What?
You tell me.
Home advantage is great.
Mrs. Kovac contacted you.
Well, I might as well say it right away. Mrs. Kovac and I would certainly not have become friends. But that wasn't because of me. She had a very likable persona at first sight. But as a journalist, she was rather sensationalist. It's understandable, they have to make a living too. But there are limits.
How'd the interview go?
It was in my office. When was it?
Do you know the term kickback?
Yeah, sure, football. Back pass.
Uh-huh. And kickback payments?
This I don't know.
Because Mr. Zarek says you got a return pass under the table.
That's not possible. I don't play soccer.
Mr. Zarek said, however, there were increased bills to the municipality. They were paid with taxpayers' money, but a part flowed back to you under the table. Your comment?
I'm certainly not going to continue the interview at this level. These are all baseless accusations. Please leave the room now.
You will still have to comment on these questions, Mr. Lackey.
Get lost. That must have been the day before yesterday. Anita?
What?
The interview. My days are so full.
Yes, when you were so knackered. You even came home early.
Thanks, Anita. When I was so knackered, sure. If you beat a journalist to death in the office and then throw her in her car into a ditch, then one is knackered, of course.
I don't think that's funny.
I don't find it funny either. If my stupid wife doesn't realize that she's making me look bad in front of you. I saw how it made you suspicious. Do you want to get rid of me? Do you have a new boyfriend?
You're nuts, Hyas. What is this now in front of the people?
You always seem a bit nervous.
Does that surprise you? Shortly before the local council election. Of course I was knackered. After she left the office alive, I didn't see her alive again. I would appreciate if you could solve the case as quickly as possible.
1 farmer's feast and 1 vegetable platter.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Seriously? Sportswoman, non-smoker, and vegetarian? Do you want to live 200 years?
I don't care how old, but healthy. Michelle.
Yeah?
We wanted to ask you something.
Okay, go on.
When did Kovac eat here yesterday?
As always, 7 to 8 p.m.
And then?
Then she sat at the regulars table. She was very sociable.
And approachable.
Mm-hmm.
When did you go to bed?
I went to bed around 11 p.m. Mom closed up.
Who was here?
More or less the same ones.
Whom did she talk to?
Who did she talk to? Actually, with almost all of them. She wanted to know what people thought about the mayor. She asked me to.
What do you think about him?
Well, I mean... You can't say he does nothing. Whether it's always the best, I don't know either. Anyway, he doesn't dare come in here anymore.
Why?
Because Mom will yell at him. He's taken the Glee Club away from us.
What does that mean?
Well, in the countryside, every club has its regular pub. The Glee Club was always at ours. Always. Already with Dad. The mayor's now persuaded the association's band to change to his regular venue. It was a big drop in earnings for us. 30 people who rehearse every week and drink a lot. Anything else?
Not for the moment. Thanks.
Bon appetit, then. Eat up, otherwise the weather will be bad.
Always the mayor.
Did you bring a toothbrush?
Well?
I don't have a minibar in my room.
Whoops.
Mike. Hi.
Hi. Mom was pleased, but she was also a bit sad that someone had to be killed for you to come home again.
I assume that's your brother?
Half-brother.
In our family, everything is half. My half-hearted sister. Isn't he much too old for you?
This is my superior, Chief Inspector Bergman from Graz State Criminal Police Office.
Sorry. Anyway, I have to buy pretzels and eggs before they close. And don't worry, I won't disgrace you. Mom gave me some money. I'm paying. For once.
You have an interesting family. May I meet the father, too?
He left here long before I did.
Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Come on. This is used more as a storage room, but for our purposes, it's not too bad.
Ah, that works. Tell us, you were yesterday morning in Kovac's room yesterday. That's what the innkeeper told us. Was the laptop already gone?
Which laptop?
The one we can't find. That's weird. A reporter without a computer and cell phone, right? What did you do in the room?
I looked around. That's routine. I still assumed that it was an accident. There could still have been the boyfriend in bed or a suicide note on the table.
Okay. This means that our computer freaks in Graz have to reconstruct the entire correspondence of the last few weeks via Kovac's email address. You can go and continue tearing up parking tickets, Post Commander. How long were you with him?
What's it to you?
I am your supervisor.
1 summer. So, we have the autopsy, the newspaper office, and her apartment on our list. What should I do?
Autopsy. Or are there restrictions for vegetarians?
The time of death was sometime between 0:30 and 1 a.m. The perpetrator killed her with one blow from behind.
Can you say something about the murder weapon yet?
It was definitely a very hard object with an edge. For example, a square iron rod. It definitely didn't happen in the car.
Are you completely sure?
Yes. And something else is interesting. Immediately after death occurred, she must have laid on her left side for a while. You can see that in the death marks here. Later in the car, she must have been lying on her right side, which you can see well in the death marks on that side.
Wait, that means she was killed somewhere else and only then put into the car?
Yes.
Do you think the killer was a man or a woman?
Well, first the heavy blow, and then carrying a dead body. You need a lot of strength for that.
Or a helper.
Those are speculations. What's not a speculation is that she had sex shortly before her death.
Rape?
No, we found no defensive marks. We assume it was consensual. But what is interesting is where we found sperm.
Listen up, this will interest you. She had sex just before she died. No rape, without a condom. But still, there's no sperm in the vagina.
Looks like coitus interruptus.
But there is a small cum stain on her sleeve, well preserved and suitable for DNA comparison.
That's at least something. I found a photo where you can see Kovac with her laptop. Now at least we know what it looks like.
Have you had time to talk to her father yet?
No, he's so demented, he doesn't even know he's alive himself. He was completely unaware of what happened to his daughter. Too bad about the woman.
What do you mean?
Just saying. So we're looking for a guy who managed to seduce pretty Ava. Where can we find him in this dump?
So the mayor couldn't be this man at all.
No matter. We will try to find out what she's been doing here for the last 2 days and who she's been dealing with. And from them, we get swabs for the DNA test. So your boyfriend can get right to work.
What boyfriend?
Ah. Newspaper articles she has written lately, and her email correspondence.
The result of the forensics. There were many fingerprints in the car. And besides her hair, 9 different hair of men, 3 of women. Do you have any plans for tonight?
No.
8 p.m. at my place?
Post Commander, we have a task for you. Have you ever organized a DNA series investigation?
No.
I didn't mean to scare you. What are you doing?
I felt dizzy. I always have that when I have my period, you know? Yesterday, I could not work at all.
I'm happy to see you.
Yes, so nice to see you again. But what are you doing here?
I'm here because of a murder. Are you dizzy again?
Yes, a little bit, but that will pass in a moment.
Wait, I'll get you something to drink.
In the next life, I want to be born as a man.
Really? Would you rather walk around with seminal congestion all your life?
You have always helped me so much, Sandra. I'm glad you're here again. But I have to bring Dad food now before it gets cold. I'll see you, right?
Sure. Bye.
Bye.
Hello.
Hello.
Come in.
Should I take off my shoes?
No, don't worry about it. Wow, so pretty.
Thanks. Nice flat. This is not a service flat. How long have you lived here?
2 years. Come.
All this on your policeman's salary?
No, the plot was a bargain. The house is not paid off yet. My uncle helped me with the bank and the credit.
He's like the village emperor here.
But he does things for the people. Please, take a seat.
What's he doing for them?
He's trying to attract businesses here and is expanding water conservation.
But he has not only friends here?
As mayor, you can't just have friends.
Why?
You can't please everyone.
Really? Is it like that?
Let's eat now, huh? I cook vegetarian. As you don't like liver cheese, this is tofu.
Tofu.
Yes, tofu. I bought it in Leoben for the occasion.
I wouldn't have thought you're capable of that.
Right? Are you hungry?
Yeah. Is it something serious?
With Steffi? Let's see. She travels a lot for work.
When she's here, you live together?
Sporadically.
It doesn't bother her that this is here?
No, it was such a good time.
It was. That's when we climbed the Hirschenkogel.
Right. Actually, that was such a nice time.
Yeah? But long gone.
Yes, and you got more beautiful.
And you more fat.
You've always been a bit mean. I like you anyway.
And how you'll like my close combat training.
I'm not doing anything against your will. But I remember you more romantic.
Max, do you want to fuck now because of the old times as your girlfriend is on a business trip?
Can't you take it as a compliment?
To who? To Steffi?
No, I mean...
We're working on a case together.
So what? You have a thing with your boss, don't you?
Max, I'm sorry. It really could have been a nice evening. Thanks for dinner.
Sandra... A staff meeting among security organs?
What else? And you? Still out that late?
I just came from Graz, Parliament session.
You in the state parliament too?
You do your best.
But you're not really popular.
Tell me, are you investigating me?
You're popping up everywhere. You're the only one who has a motive so far.
Just because she wanted to print some lines in her stupid newspaper? You should solve the case as soon as possible and then leave. Good night. Hi. Hi. I didn't expect you now. Pour me one too. Did she get away from you? You can say so. Did you find out something? Kovac had almost nothing. Here we have the rededication of Oberleitner's meadow in the building land. This is completely safe. Oberleitner can piss off. But the logging permit for Cavan was a mistake. There can be nothing there, and I've made up for that. Do you think anything is leaking there from the local council? Or from those of the citizens list? Oh, the citizens list. Are there still mosquitoes? Uncle Hias, I always help you. But if you were involved in the murder somehow, be honest, it wasn't you. Don't kid around. But you would have liked to fuck her.
How long have you been in Austria?
2 months.
How do you like it?
Well, it's okay.
Thanks, keep the change.
Thanks.
You're still up?
Yes, does it bother you? Good night.
Good night.
It took long. Did he lose control?
I'm over 18, Dad.
That was below the belt.
Deliberately. It was kind of job-related, too.
Then let's have a drink, job-related, while you report to me.
I don't have that much to report. I saw that the mayor was meeting with Max later. They talked.
Some relatives do that.
No, it was conspiratorial. I understood only some word. Max gave the mayor some pieces of paper.
Are we having a drink?
I'm tired.
Good night.
Good night.
Morning.
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 Did you have a fight?
No. The colleague cannot stand the smell of eggs in the morning.
Can I clear this already?
Francie, did you have any contact with Kovac?
Only at the end. I cleared her plates. She never ate up.
Can we talk later?
Please be careful. Francie is not well. You know how sensitive she is. If something happens to a woman, it comes back to her in such moments.
I was wondering already. Is he still alive?
Partly.
What does that mean?
Cancer eats him up.
He's had cancer for a long time.
Probably not even the devil wants him.
And Francie has to take care of him?
And there's no one else around. He doesn't want a foreign assistant. We help a lot.
What happened?
Francie was abused by her father when she was 12. There was never a report. The father was mayor and the biggest farmer.
Your father was policeman here?
Yeah, but he was gone already.
You could have filed a report.
I was 15 years old. The whole thing came out later. Francie didn't want everyone to know.
And the victims never want that.
Maybe I should have done it. But now it's time-barred.
Sandra, I have to go home shortly. Can you come with me?
Go.
Yes. See you at the office.
She was like Lechner Gertie. She always showed her breasts like...
Oh, Lechner Gertie. She always got good grades for that.
Yes. And now she's with a player from Sturm Graz.
Really? How about you?
I will marry.
Who? Michelle?
In white. I have the wedding dress.
I wanted to know who the groom is.
Michelle asked me.
Mitzi is in his favor, but my father isn't. He wants to disinherit me if I do.
What will you do?
We wanted to wait until he dies.
Why wanted?
Everything is a bit uncertain right now.
Are you not sure if Michelle is serious about it?
I wonder if a man means anything he says to a woman. Except he wants sex. They're all like animals.
I don't know if I want to go in.
But yes, come.
They are riffraff. Mitzi and her son. And Frenzy, this stupid cow, doesn't realize that they just want my possessions. I'm afraid that that pack will mix poison into my soup at some point, that they'll get rid of me. What kind of world is that? Only the riffraff are still producing and the decent people are dying out. Or they're beaten to death. Like, she sat here.
Who?
No.
The dead woman from Leon, from the District Gazette. Not so fast!
Yes, Father.
Eva Kovac was here?
Yeah, 3 days ago. I told her everything about what a pig he is. This asshole mayor, and what he's really like. She said she has evidence against him. And if that would have been printed in the newspaper, he could have wiped his ass with the result of the local council election. Why doesn't God punish him?
Commit no sins, Father.
What kind of cancer is it?
Cancer of the balls. It emerged down there, and now it's slowly proliferating all the way up to the brain.
He does not want chemo and radiation.
I don't take blister ointment with me to hell either. Franzi has suffered like a good girl. And she may now watch me croak. The more miserable, the better. Isn't that right, my girl?
Yes, Father. He talks a lot when someone comes.
And then, the mayor persuaded Oberleitner to sell his large meadow on the edge of town to the engineer Schober.
Who's Schober?
He's one of the hunters who found Kovac. Schober has a large construction company and is also the main sponsor of the soccer club. Oberleitner agreed to the sale of the meadow only because it was verbally agreed that Schober would build a new soccer field there. For a meadow here in the area, you pay $2.50 per square meter. And here it comes. Half a year later, the mayor rededicated the meadow to building land in the municipal council. He has an absolute majority there, and thus the 1 square meter was worth €70. And the price is rising because engineer Schober is currently building a residential complex there with state funding on his land. And Oberleitner, who has cancer, is kept alive only by his hatred.
But you will not be able to do anything about it. How can that help with our murder case?
It doesn't.
Hello, Sandra.
Max, we have to talk.
About last night?
About your uncle.
Is that the only thing you're interested in?
Yes, possibly. He was at yours yesterday?
No, why?
Are you sure?
Are you spying on me?
I saw him at yours. It's not okay you're lying for him.
Your close relationship with a possible suspect may not be okay either.
What is that about?
You did a bad job of interviewing the guys at the regulars table. As we were making the lists for the DNA samples, something occurred to me. Mike was in the Oak Inn too.
What? When?
On the night of the murder. Bad for a person with a criminal record.
Did they take a DNA sample of him too?
Sure. I really can't help that now. It was said all those who met Eva Kovac.
Where do you want to go?
Interrogate Mike.
I'll do it. You don't have to go.
Do you want to give up my home field advantage right now?
I'm coming with you.
See you.
Shit.
How long was he in prison?
Half a year.
Why?
Serious bodily injury?
Were you the victim?
No. His girlfriend at the time, Susie. It was a bad relationship. One weekend quarrel and separation, and the next weekend they were back in bed all day. During a period of separation, he raped her. That's what she told me. She showed me bruises. I convinced her to file a report against him. When she did, he beat her up. She tried to escape over the balcony. She fell down, ruptured lung, broken bones, but she survived.
So it was assault and rape.
No, he was acquitted of rape. I would like to stop here for a minute.
Hello, is the food ready?
There's no food yet.
I'm not hungry. Why did no one mention that Mike was here too on the night of the murder?
I don't know about that.
It's true, but just shortly. He didn't even have a drink.
Did he talk to her?
If so, just shortly.
Why did you hide it?
Hide it? I forgot.
Mike has been punished enough.
What are you trying to say?
Nothing.
With such a sister?
But he doesn't know anyway.
How can you be sure of that?
Just my feeling.
I would like to have that feeling. Hello, Mama.
We said for lunch. Good day.
We are here for Mike.
Because of the murder?
Yes.
Leave Mike alone.
Can we come in?
But take off your shoes. I just cleaned.
Please, Mom, we're on duty.
All the worse if you're walking in pools of blood. Here. They're from my men. One died and one ran away. And she followed.
Mom.
Do you want coffee?
No, thanks.
Yes, please.
What are you looking at?
It wasn't me, but Farmer Huber.
Contract killing.
Mom, please.
How many years do I get for that, Commissioner?
Only the Germans have a commissar. But now I know where your daughter gets her sense of humor.
Is that for me? I already told you at Christmas I don't eat dead animals anymore.
I have a hard time remembering such nonsense. What do you eat then? I could also make zucchini.
Fried in lard. No thanks. Don't bother. We have to talk to Mike anyway.
He's sleeping.
Can you wake him up, please?
Don't you remember how angry he gets when you wake him up too early?
It's almost 11 a.m., a reasonable time.
I can try.
Your mother must have looked good at your age.
Can you please not do comparisons?
How often do you visit her?
Easter Monday and on December 25th. But only if Mike's not here. We send each other birthday cards.
A close relationship.
Well, she nagged my father until he ran away. Every time they argued, she stood by Mike. That's what she gets for now.
Mike has a headache. You're to come back later.
That's not possible.
Excuse me? We're trying to solve a murder case, didn't you tell him?
Of course.
Enough. He needs to get up. The lazy dog.
Sandra! Don't go against your brother.
Half-brother.
They had such a good relationship before she turned him in.
Mike! Mike!
What's up?
If you don't open up right away, we'll have a patrol car pick you up and drive you to the police station.
Maybe it would be better if you...
Easy, easy. What could be that urgent? Anyway, don't you say hello first when you enter somewhere?
Please dress yourself.
Good day. You were at the inn the night Ava Kovac was murdered.
And?
Did you talk to her?
A lot of people talked to her.
What about?
I gave her information for her article. I want to ruin the mayor's re-election.
Since when are you into politics?
since I know what an asshole the mayor is.
When did you leave?
Around 11 p.m.?
I can confirm that. He was home before midnight. Don't you hang anything on him again.
Anything, Mom? Anything?
You know, she fell for the stupid lies of Mike's girlfriend. Sandra got herself into something again. She probably wanted to make up for something.
She failed to do with her friend Francie.
Because her father, you know, Mike would never do that.
The girlfriend had blood coming out of her nose after intercourse. Bruises everywhere. I saw it.
Ah. But you didn't want to look at Mike's bruises? And he was acquitted of rape.
Mom, please don't bring up the same old story.
But it's true. She just doesn't get it. Blood is thicker than water.
Yeah, and the Styrian blood especially, right?
Hard to believe you are of my blood.
You know how happy I am that I'm out of here.
That I noticed.
Here, everyone thinks he can do what he wants. The mayor, Oberleitner, and you as well. There is a law, god damn it! And it applies in this fucking dump too!
And before that law, I swear, Mike had nothing to do with the murder.
Do you think that's worth anything, what you swear?
That's enough.
Sandra! Sandra! Sandra!
Do you use them against the mayor? Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I would actually have to pull you off the case.
I can do it.
I'll call colleague Wallace. He'll take over for you.
Please don't. It's not necessary. And what about home field advantage?
Yes.
Hello. What are you doing?
Nothing.
Can I come over?
Sure. And then?
I went to Vienna. I went to my dad. He had a new wife. Why don't you tell me something?
What?
Anything.
My most beautiful murder cases?
No. Stop or I'll call the police.
The police is here already.
No bullshit. What do you want?
I want to know if you think I'm capable of murder.
Yes, if you're drunk.
You never asked me how I was doing in prison.
Right. I was taking care of Susie.
Those 6 months were the worst. You can't imagine.
Susie has trauma for all her life.
Yes. I've served my sentence, and I don't want to go back in there, you know?
And you're following me to say this?
No, not just this. Because you're avoiding me. Because you tell yourself that you have to be afraid of me. You know what I think? You're afraid you made a mistake. Look into my eyes. I didn't do harm to Eva Kovac. I wanted to help her.
Excuse me. We noticed on the phone bill that Mrs. Kovac was still calling from her room.
That's interesting. Thanks.
There are still some unpaid bills from Kovac. Will anyone pay them?
I'm not responsible for that.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Morning. Kovac called the mayor during the night.
On the night of the murder?
Yes, from the room at 1:15 a.m.
But according to the autopsy, she was already dead.
Maybe they got the time of death wrong. It's only 15 minutes more.
Then we'll let the village emperor explain.
The evaluation of the DNA tests is here. No match on hair, but on sperm. You would have not expected that.
Tell us, who?
Take a guess.
We're not in kindergarten.
Willie.
Willie?
Who's that?
The hunter who found Kovac.
Then we need to invite 2 men.
Who else?
Take a guess?
This is disrespectful. I hope you have a valid reason so close to the election. I'm sorry, Uncle Yes. I will complain to the state directorate about how you deal with innocent citizens. Where to?
Here, please.
Good day, Mr. Lietgeb.
Hello.
Please, sit.
You dare.
According to your statements, you arrived from Graz at midnight on the night of the murder. We found out you've been called by Eva Kovac at 1:15 a.m.
So?
This was her last sign of life.
Now I'm really among the suspects.
Can you remember the call?
You want to trick me?
We can easily check it out against your mobile number.
It's not necessary. There was a call. But no one said anything. I often get these calls. There are nest destroyers, even in my community.
You didn't meet with Kovac that night?
God damn it, no! Willie is here.
Good.
What do you want from Willie?
Please wait here.
I only jerked off briefly.
You couldn't think of anything better to do than jerk off next to the dead?
I just thought, she doesn't care anyway. She doesn't care anymore.
If I may say something, Willie doesn't have a lot of contact with women.
Thanks, Max.
Willie is a good worker. He has been in community service for 16 years, has never done bad.
This is desecration of a corpse.
I disgrace myself more there than her.
My God, Willie. All I can say is let mercy go before justice.
However, we do not make the law among ourselves.
You are not creative. That's part of the game.
No. We are not as creative as you in interpreting the laws.
Isn't there a lesser penalty for cooperating with the police in this?
That's right, mitigation.
We'll see.
You know something you haven't told us yet?
Yeah, I think I know who beat the journalist to death.
Uh-huh. Who?
On the night of the murder, I peed by the pub before I went home. I saw Mike get into the car with the woman, and they drove off.
A serious accusation. It was like that. And when was that?
It was late. When exactly? Sorry, Sandra. First, I didn't want to say it.
Oh. It's right to say the truth, Willie.
The fact that he got into the car with Kovac does not mean that he beat her to death. But we will get him.
Mike? The police are here.
Hello, Mrs. Moore.
Good day. Something happened?
Is your son here?
We have to...
Shit.
Leave my son alone.
We cut him off.
Okay, I'll stay behind him.
Yes?
He got away from us on his motorbike.
It's not possible.
He knows the sneak peeks better.
What do we do now?
You know what the next step is. Put out an APB.
We can't do that with Mike. He will not give in. Rather, he will do something stupid. Do you think it was him?
Think? The way he's acting, he's making himself suspicious.
One moment, someone is calling. Shit. It's Mike. What do I do now?
You always know what to do otherwise.
What if I do the wrong thing now?
Okay. I allow you to make a mistake.
Thanks. Are you crazy?
No, but innocent.
Then turn yourself in.
Yeah, I was there before.
What do you want from me now?
To talk to you. Just the two of us.
Why should I do that? You lie, you ran away from the police.
Yes, but that's your fault.
My fault? You completely nuts?
If you can't find Eva's killer within 4 days... I brought Eva here. I brought her to the whole story.
Why didn't you tell me this before?
Because you made me a criminal.
In half an hour at the big construction site.
But... Shit. I need your car.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, but you don't have much time.
That's okay. See the guy with the blueprint? The construction manager?
Yeah.
A colleague of mine. We play soccer together. Zarek works at Elite Bow, the company of Engineer Schober, the mayor's hunting friend. Zarek has employed undeclared workers, whereupon Schober fired him. Then Zarek was so angry that he told me that Elite Bow only got the flood control construction contract because they gave the mayor a kickback payment.
What's a kickback payment?
That is when Elite Bow writes a higher bill than it actually costs. The mayor doesn't care because it's only taxpayers' money anyway, and above all, he gets the surplus paid back under the table.
What?
After Zarek told me this, I got him together with Kovac because he wanted to testify against the mayor.
You put Kovac in contact with Zarek?
Yes, that's it. But on the night Eva Kovac was murdered, Zarek called me and said that he does not want to testify after all. The mayor probably convinced Schober to rehire Zarek. Of course, I went straight to Eva. We then drove to Zarek together and tried to persuade him to testify after all. But he didn't want to anymore.
Okay, I will question Zarek.
Yes, please do that. And in my room, you'll find enough evidence to prove that. We meet at midnight at the inn.
Mike, that's not possible. You have to turn yourself in. We need to tell my boss about this. They want to put out an APB. Mr. Zarek?
Yes?
More criminal police grads. May I ask you something?
Go on.
Do you know this woman? Eva Kovac.
Go mind your own damn business. Yes, yes. I'm sorry, but what I said about the mayor was made up.
How did you explain to her your change of mind?
I told her my shirt is closer to me like her ass. Goodbye.
Hello.
Hello. Has Mike called you already?
Yes. Come in.
Yes.
More. I found documentation that exonerates Mike.
What do you expect from me now?
Can we wait till tomorrow to put out the APB?
We soon make ourselves liable to prosecution.
Yeah, I know. You said I'm allowed to make one mistake.
Okay, but keep me in the loop. Keep this between us.
Yeah, sure. Thanks.
What about the APB?
You're usually not so fast either.
Don't you want to eat something?
What do you have?
A cheese sandwich with pickle.
There, you can see that Mike brought Kovac in, that he put her in contact with Zarek, that together they were going to blow the mayor's cover.
I don't think it was him either. But it's not clear exculpatory evidence.
He has no motive.
Might have been an accident. They got closer, fucked. She fell down somewhere and hit her head. You have to convince him to turn himself in.
What does he want? Sorry. Yes? What's up?
I saw you when you met Mike.
So what?
Don't worry, I won't tell your boss. I can help you.
How?
Maybe with exonerating material from Mike. But you have to come.
What is it?
Come over.
Okay.
10 minutes. It was Max. He says he has exculpatory material for Mike. I know I'm asking a lot of you right now, but...
Go.
Thanks. What's that?
You're always so negative. Let's eat.
You know why I came.
You want to do business first?
Yes, exactly.
But that's a big vote of confidence. I will be right back. Mike sent this voice message, 2 a.m. She was already dead at that time.
Hi, Eva. This is Mike. I can't sleep because of disappointment. Zarek is a cowardly asshole. I just wanted to say that I will not give up, and will continue to keep you informed of everything. And thank you for your cooperation. Bye.
Thanks. That really helps. But is that Kovich's mobile?
Yes, that was a bit stupid. When we found her in the forest, I still thought it was an accident. Then I searched her bag and put it in the patrol car. It must have slipped out. I found it yesterday between the seats.
Did you also find her laptop?
No.
This is suppression of evidence.
Sandra, after my help, you...
Do you think I'm going to let you and your uncle make me an accomplice?
No need. Be happy I told you.
I'm really disappointed in you.
You have your own way of showing thankfulness.
And after we saw Zarek, she walked me to my motorbike.
Was there still light in the inn?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes. Eva was so frustrated, and as we saw light, she asked me if I would join her for a drink.
Do you want to come in with me?
No thanks. I'll drive home. And for 4 days I've been thinking, would it have happened if I had joined? Bye. Don't look like that. You don't believe me again?
I do. Thanks. Good night.
Good night. Sandra? The rape. Do you still think it was so wrong that I was acquitted?
I don't know.
At least you're not quite so sure anymore. Bye.
What are you doing?
Are you crazy?
I was waiting for you. Why didn't you call?
Sorry, but I know now that Mike didn't do it. He saw on the night how Kovich went into the inn. There was still light. I think it happened here. home advantage is also the home disadvantage.
What do you mean?
Depends on how you look at it. The fact that the saleswoman recognized the innkeeper, as in the countryside everyone knows everyone, is a disadvantage for the landlady, but an advantage for us.
Hi.
Hello.
Michelle, we want the truth now.
We think Kovac was beaten to death here.
With a trophy like this, the one that's missing.
Mom?
The ornamental cover on which the trophies are placed was brought to you in St. Anna only a day after the murder.
What?
You did understand, to cover up the fact that one is missing. Where is Francie?
She's getting some milk.
What happened on that night? Kovac didn't leave this house anymore.
I think Francie saw the body lying there. Here.
These are only assumptions.
The time of death can be determined very precisely. Kovac couldn't call the mayor again. She was already dead.
Say something. Did you beat her to death?
Why would I do that?
I don't know. Maybe because she didn't want to have sex with you?
She wanted it as much as I did. I was about to close when she came.
Don't talk bullshit now, son.
She was totally down. Because Zarek, the informant against the mayor, withdrew.
There you unpacked.
First we talked. She talked and I listened. She liked it. Then we drank a few brandies.
Francie? Is that you? Francie? Francie?
Francie then looked at the dead woman so angrily, like a mad woman.
The woman was beyond help, so we wanted to help Francie.
And you wanted to help yourselves. Francie gets a big inheritance.
You make it easy for yourself, Sandra. I've been with Francie for 8 years, and I really like her. I never held it against her that she's sexually disturbed, but it's not nice. Only in the dark and without any.
That means you sent Francie home, put the dead Kovac in the car, and drove with her into the forest.
But one thing has to be said. She turned Michael's head.
Sure, the poor men who can't resist beautiful women. Do you think that Kovac is partly to blame?
In retrospect, and when you are not in the other's shoes, it's easy to judge. And the biggest crooks smile from the election posters and continue eagerly. If you think the world will be better if you put Francie and us in prison, go ahead.
Where is Francie?
She should be here by now.
Francie? Mr. Oberleitner, we're looking for Francie. Is she here?
You must stop her. Sandra, I don't know what's going on. She has never been as kind to me as she has been the last few days. But it was all just an act. Suddenly, the slut has a wedding dress on and runs away.
The church.
You must prevent her from marrying him. That bloody inheritance hunter.
Can I talk to her?
Okay, go. The colleague is with her. Please wait a bit.
I would have liked to invite you to the wedding.
Nice dress.
Do you still believe in something?
Yes, somehow. Not in this god.
I don't believe in anyone anymore. In no one.
Then why did you come here?
Because I wanted to be a white bride like everyone else from our year. Sandra?
Yes?
Can you do sex like the women in the porn movies?
I don't understand.
I can't. I can't do anything.
Did Michelle force you to do something?
No.
Will you tell me what happened that night?
I was at home, but I couldn't sleep. Because I saw how Michael looked at her. So I went back, as I wanted to help him. You know, about the sperm jam? They were in the inn. I had already turned around and was about to leave, but then she said something.
Do you want me to sit on you?
Yeah.
Do you want me to sit on you? She was actually a kind woman. Once she gave me a tip of €250. €250 is a lot. With that, you get a square meter of meadow here.
Please come.
It was Franzi. That's horrible. But I told you right away that my uncle had nothing to do with it.
Max, you are facing disciplinary action.
But why?
Embezzlement of evidence?
We will see.
Our home. Thank you. Why did you join the police?
I'll tell you if you don't laugh.
I promise.
To work for more justice.
Can I cry?
A serious conversation is not possible with you. I can't start out as hardened as you.
I will tell you something.
Are you gonna smoke in the car again, you ruffian?
Sorry, I forgot. And I wanted to tell you, I appreciate how you do your job. And I want to offer you the first name basis.
Thanks. But I still won't let you smoke in the car, you ruffian.
Tell me, just a game of thoughts, would I have had a chance with you 15 years ago?
15 years ago? I was 10 years old and cried because Falco died.
No, I meant... On the other side, I'm certainly closer to Falco in terms of type than Boris Becker or Dieter Bohlen.
Can you please finally pass the tractor?
Did you hear? The mayor won the election.
How great. Let's get out of here.
Finally. I thought you'd let me starve today.
I bring you lunch today, Alberneiter.
I don't take anything from you. Francie?
Francie can't come in the near future.
What?
She beat a woman to death. The police took her.
Francie? Don't tell me such bullshit. Francie!
In the meantime, don't you want to eat something before it gets cold?
Not from you.
It was from me before. Dumplings with goulash sauce I have today.
Then give it to me already, won't you? After all, I can't let it starve. My cancer.
হ্যালো, দেখতে পাচ্ছেন খুব সুন্দর একটা ড্রয়িং। এই ড্রয়িংটা আপনি চাইলে খুব সহজে করে ফেলতে পারবেন মাত্র কয়েকটি রং পেন্সিল ব্যবহার করে। কিভাবে ড্রয়িংটা করবেন, কি কি রং পেন্সিল লাগবে, এই ভিডিওতে আমরা আপনাদের সাথে শেয়ার করব। অবশ্যই ভিডিওটা মনোযোগ সহকারে দেখবেন এবং সবার সাথে শেয়ার করতে ভুলবেন না।